It happened years ago, back in the old country, that a follower of the Hasidic master, Rebbe Shneur Zalman, waited in a very long line for the opportunity to meet his Rebbe and to get a blessing from him. It was finally his turn, and he presented his kvittel, the little piece of paper, the petition, the letter upon which he painstakingly prepared the list of all of his needs for the coming year, for which he sought the Rebbe's blessing. For if the Rebbe blessed it, it was bound to come true, and his life would be so much better. And so the student stood there, trembling before the great rabbi, as the rabbi read the paper. For a time, the great master studied the sheet, and finally he looked up and said, "It seems that you have given much thought to your own needs, but have you also given much thought to why you are needed?" The already trembling student was nearly knocked over by the rabbi's question directed at him. He didn't expect it to go this way. He thought all of his own questions, all of his own concerns would be answered, when in fact he left the visit with the rabbi with a question that he needed to answer. At the same time, he was elated with the idea that he was actually needed. The great Rebbe said he was not only needed in this world, but that he had a mission and a purpose in life, which was uplifting and unexpected. Tonight we gather trembling and joyous with our kvittels, with our lists, for what we are asking for in the coming year, what we need to change for the next year, asking God for the strength and the courage to be better, to be stronger, to weather these storms. This new year we have to ask ourselves, why are we needed? What is our purpose? Yes, we have overwhelming needs, we are hurting, but we might also ask what more we can do. At this precise moment, you can check your watches. We are in a time period that the rabbis call Bein Hashmashot in Hebrew. That translates to twilight. When it is not quite day and it's not quite night, as the new year is just beginning and the candles are burning bright. When the sun begins to fade and darkness creeps in, that is when the new day and our new year technically begins. For the rabbis, this time period of twilight has three qualities. The first is that it is a time of doubt, safek in Hebrew. For example, if I got a call that a baby boy was born precisely at this moment, the question is, would his bris be next Wednesday or Thursday? What day is it? We don't know. And like the chassid, we approach this new year with a little bit of doubt, with a long list for all of our needs, not just for us and our families, but also for the Jewish people, for Israel. For the 362 days we've been praying for the return home of the hostages, praying for the soldiers, praying for Israel, praying for our own country, America, and the world, and yet there is still so much doubt about what's to come. This has been an overwhelmingly difficult year, for we arrive at this moment different than years past. And yet this year has also brought us so many blessings in our own lives and revealed incredible resilience, Jewish unity, Israel's strength, how we persevere, how we honor, how we find the strength to hold each other up. This time period of twilight is also considered dangerous by the rabbis. We saw that last night as darkness fell in Israel. There's a third understanding, though, that twilight, Bein Hashmashot, is a time for planting miracles, or better yet, the time that miracles are born. Rosh Hashanah, tonight, right now, is the anniversary of the creation of our world, more exactly day 6 when human beings were created. Pirkei Avot, the Mishnah ethics of our sages, teaches that at this moment, twilight, on the 6th day of creation, during these same precious moments we're in right now, God created 10 miracles in our world. God planted them. Noah's rainbow, Miriam's well of water, Bilam's talking donkey, Aaron's staff, the manna in the desert, the 10 commandments, the 2 tablets, and the ram that Abraham will find atop the mountain when he binds Isaac and takes the ram in its place. That same ram's horn becomes the first shofar at Mount Sinai, blown when lasting peace will reign in our land. the strings for King David's lyre, and even Elijah the prophet's robe. Each of these miraculous creations were created at this exact time, but didn't reveal themselves until much later. These miracles are made just as life seems doubtful and even potentially dangerous. And we're instructed every single day to walk in God's ways, to emulate and follow God. So too, this twilight, this new year, brings us a moment when we have to create our own miracles, when we have to plant the seeds for good into this world, even if they won't bloom or blossom immediately. So this Rosh Hashanah, may we plant the seeds for miracles that we need for this coming year. We'll do that by living with kindness, by living with purpose, by living by the highest values that we uphold and pledge these high holidays, by raising up our prayers and pushing ourselves to be better this coming year. In that way, we'll answer the Rebbe's question to a student. It seems you have given much thought to your own needs. Have you also given much thought to why you are needed? Let's find our purpose. Let's plant seeds for our miracles by the actions that we take right now. Shana Tova Umituka. May it be a sweet, happy, blossoming, and peaceful new year. Am Yisrael Chai, and bring them home.